Flipping on the grind.
What's going on? It's your boy Marcus Q.
It's your boy AV.
And this is the Map Social Presents.
Dirty Laundry Podcast. We back again.
Yeah, you know what it is. We got some fun topics today, or fun topic today.
Yeah.
I appreciate those who participated in the group online.
For sure.
The Dirty Laundry Podcast group. Topic today, let me specify, because I had it a little off, but would you like closure in a relationship? If you could receive that and it's ending, would you prefer to have closure? Or are you good to just break it off and just have nothing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you feel, AV?
I mean, yeah, I would like to. I mean, of course, having closure in a relationship, but I'm going to play devil advocate. If things just don't work out, like, I don't know how everybody else is. Maybe you pick people that you don't have no business being with. But usually you pick someone that you felt like you had a vibe with and you had a connection and y'all trying to build. You have your life, they have their life, whatever. Maybe things are just kind of hectic and they can't really be in a relationship at the moment. That's closure. Cool to talk to someone and be like, you still have love for this person or whatever. It's just gonna work out. But like and need two different things, and also it's gonna come. It's not gonna come when you want it. Like all my past relationships, like there's a little bit of closure there, but then there's like it just is a little too late sometimes to have closure. And you got to move on with your life. You can't just be like sitting and wondering and thinking because that shit gets in the way. So to answer the question, yeah, I would like to have it, but if I don't have it, life goes on. It is what it is.
That sounds good.
It sounds good, but it's the truth.
This is what I believe.
You don't need
you
it.
don't need closure.
No.
I know it's some people that function differently out there, and if they don't get closure, it's gonna impact them deeply, and they gonna have a very hard time moving on. People are just different. You don't need. There's a lot of things we don't need, but if we don't get certain things, or things don't tend to work out the way we want, a lot of people get stalled and they hit a wall. It would be the mature thing to give closure. If you're the one doing the breakup, you should give closure. You don't owe nobody anything, but it's the mature thing to do. But we already know how that goes. For me personally, there's so many moving pieces to a breakup and so many different avenues, like were you married or how long you been together? Was the person crazy? Did you see this coming? So it's a loaded question, honestly.
You said something that triggered. What happens? What do you feel like? What happens when you try to give a person closure and they don't even want to communicate? They're not open to receiving closure.
Yeah, because they want to string motherfuckers along and they like to play games.
Exactly.
Closure is maturity. Okay, that's what it is. But if there's that's the thing. What is the dynamic of the relationship? Because a lot of times, even motherfuckers will try to come with closure, knowing damn well they're gonna circle back, or the person don't want to accept the closure because they know they don't want it to end, but they don't want to be mature and say that. So it's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, Come to my fault. I don't want to.
No, that was
no, because I'm like, it's weird to me because in my experiences, when you try to give closure, sometimes you're not even really like having a conversation is attractive. I think people need to understand that, men and women, being able to have a conversation is attractive. When someone's like, "Hey, can we talk? I need to talk. I want to talk to you." I think some people think they know what the other person's gonna say, and it might not even be that. It might be closure, like, "Hey, the reason it didn't work out," or "I wish you the best," or whatever the case may be. But if you just have a conversation, you kind of realize, you know what, this person might not be everything I want them to be, and that's not going to be anybody that you meet even after that person. But they're willing to have a conversation with you. People don't. I feel like people take that for granted, and when you see that being taken for granted, that's when people kind of like move on, because it's like you can't keep trying to have a conversation with people to kind of get on the same page or good grounds to even rebuild. Like, do you ever wonder like how you ever talk to like people that's been married for a long time or been in long relationships? Like what are things that you hear about it? Like,
I hear different things. They love to give you that like it takes a lot of work and it's hard. But what I really think that is that people pick and choose their battles. I don't think people realize when you choose to be in a relationship, especially a marriage, when you saying vows or you making that commitment, you're not really thinking about the commitment and what it's gonna take. You thinking that shit gonna be great. You thinking this everything gonna be perfect. This is the person that I love in this moment. But you really supposed to stick it out. And I'm guilty of this, and a lot of other people are like They get into relationships not realizing the actual work it's gonna take. But I think the people that we see stay together, they've been hurt multiple times over. People who love each other, you're going to hurt each other.
Of course.
You're going to hurt each other.
Yep.
I This one thing that bothers me when people leave a relationship and they be like, I ain't gonna never let nobody do me like that again. Yes, you are. You
First of
you
all,
you are, but
you didn't
you have
let them
to
do that to you the
you
first
have to know
place.
you have to know your worth and your value. But a lot I've seen people leave relationships for very stupid reasons.
I've seen that too.
And I've seen people give up for very stupid reasons. You're gonna find somebody else, but you're gonna get to a point. Not saying you have to stay in a relationship, but you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna have to put some work in. I think
I
it's
mean,
all
yeah,
about picking and choosing your battles,
I agree.
and being mature. Like I'm gonna go back to what you said. Like it's not popular and known to be able to have health. It's unfortunate, but to be able to have healthy conversations in a relationship. A lot of times when you come deliver something, people take it as a jab or an insult. But I'm just trying to let you know how I feel, and what do you think we could do about it as a unit to get me out of this feeling that I don't feel good about? Can we meet in the middle? Is it something you can aid and assist with, or is it something that you feel I could do? You got to be able to receive the feedback just as well as giving the feedback. So
Yeah.
I think people just get so people are really we're sensitive, man. We're sensitive.
I'm not even, to be honest, I don't like the word sensitive because this is why I don't like the word sensitive. What you do and what you try to do, or like what your intentions was, it matters, but it matters, but it doesn't really matter as much to the other person. For example, you could have tried to say something the nicest way, and for whatever reason, maybe they had past traumas or whatever things, or they heard it a certain way that they took it a certain way, right? Now you could tell yourself like, well, that ain't my problem. That's on you. At the end of the day, you with this person, this is someone you care about, right? You say you care about them, you say you love them, right? Why'd you invest all this time? Are you stringing them along? Are you just using them? I hope not. If not, then you should take into consideration. I didn't mean to offend you, but you being hurt hurts me too. I don't want to hurt someone I care about. And let's clear it up. After you try to clear it up a few times, okay, yeah, now it's like, you know what? There's nothing I could do. You're gonna feel offended by this. And I know that, so I'm gonna try my best to not say it this way or do it this way. But when a person doesn't take into consideration that they've hurt you, and they try to be like, well, I ain't have nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. You might not have done nothing wrong in your eyes. But if the other person that you say you care about feels away, instead of just copping out and saying, I didn't do nothing wrong, dig deeper. Ask, why do you feel that way? You know, what makes you think that way? Like you think, but people don't want to have a conversation. They just want to be right. And that's where I feel like it leads to no closure because it's like people just want to be right and they don't want to have a conversation. So now, because you don't want to have a conversation, you can't grow in a relationship. You can't learn each other, and now you can't have closure. And if you hold on to that, you just gonna go through life stressed out. And we got other stuff going on,
I agree.
bills, like work, family, other stuff, health. You think I want to pick anybody? You think they want to hold on to that? No. So I
Right.
don't need closure. Would I like it? Yeah. But sometimes that comes 2, 3 years down the line, and when it does come, you just kind of got to be like, oh, I appreciate that, and you're in a different place
Somebody heard him. No, well
now.
said.
Somebody hurt
So
anybody.
let's play a game. Three major keys. I'm gonna let AV go first, but the game's gonna be three major keys that you need to have to keep a relationship whole and
That's a
healthy.
great question. Three major keys off the top of my head.
Three major
Um,
keys or three major rules, whatever you want to call it.
you have to let your ego and pride go. Like that's one. No ego, no pride. You are attempting to build something with someone. They have their experiences, you have your experiences. If you let your ego and your pride get in the way, you won't be able to grow with anybody, right? And then that's how you become bitter. So no ego, no pride. That's one. Um, try to learn and understand your partner, like really make that a priority. Like I want to learn you because if you with someone, you guys are taking care of each other. There's going to be times where she needs to take care of you or you need to take care of her, and you have to try to learn them and understand them. And that could be frustrating. I think that's the hard part challenge, especially when you got other things going on in your life. So I would say make it a priority to want to learn your partner. Um, so no ego, no pride. Make it a priority to want to learn your partner. Um,
Was that two?
that was two, and then my third one would be um, be open. This kind of goes with the ego and pride, but like just be open to being wrong. Like be open to being wrong. Like it's okay if you are wrong, and I think that's very attractive. And I think that makes people be like, you know what, I really like this. I really like this person. I really love this person. Like,
You learn more from being wrong than you do
yeah,
being right.
like
I don't know if y'all remember that though.
I mean, yeah, I
You don't
think
want to be wrong all the time, but you learn more from being wrong than
yeah,
being right.
like you want to be okay.
You don't
You were
know
wrong.
everything.
Like I just think it's beautiful to see people in a relationship that um care about each other's mental and care and like make time to check in and with each other. And if that's not happening on both sides, either somebody gonna get real sick or somebody gonna do some stupid stuff in these streets, or somebody just gonna be like, I can't do this no
All
more.
right, dumb it down real quick to three things. What was number one?
No ego, no pride.
Number two?
Damn, what was it? The second one was try to understand each other
Number three?
and be open to being wrong.
Be open to being wrong. Very well said.
Yeah. What you got?
Mine's are similar, but I have based off a 10-year marriage that failed and some tricky relationships. What I've learned is that at all costs, protect your partner even when you're in disagreement in social settings. I
Hmm.
believe social settings is around family, when you out and about,
I
when
agree
other
with that.
people are around. If y'all are having conflict, you protect your partner at all costs and you handle that disagreement appropriately when you get away from other people.
Hmm.
You stick together and be a team. So protect each other in social settings. I'm a big believer in never go to bed angry, and I know what people gonna say. You're not ready to talk about things, or you maybe not be ready to address it, but you need to communicate that you want to put a pin in it, and we're gonna get back to it later. If you have a disagreement or argument and it's heated, and you just sleep on that, and you don't express that you just need to sleep on it at the time, it's not taken correctly. People are building up. You need to put your partner at ease through those things and communicate. Hey, this is not a good time for me right now. I think we should get back to this a little bit later because blood is boiling right now, and that's never going to bed angry. Don't let shit fester. Basically, is what I'm
Mm.
saying. And number three, you need
Yeah.
to be very, very, very supportive of your partner's personal time and healthy habits. So if your partner has a healthy habit, hobby, or goal, and it may be taking away a little bit of time from you, y'all work that out and balance it out. But you better be supportive of that healthy habit because your person still needs to have their own identity within that relationship.
Mm.
If they start losing themselves in their identity within that relationship and it becomes all about you, a lot of times you can get blinded and realize, oh, everything's good and everything's happy because
Hmm.
it's working out for me, but your partner is being lost because they don't have anything. So make sure to check in with them and support their healthy habits. And if they can't find none, help them get there. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Just being whole and being 100 in your relationship. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to be best friends, but you do have to be good partners to each other.
Hmm.
Some partners are best friends, some partners are not best friends, but you still should be good partners to one another. However you want to label that at the end of the day, and
Yeah.
I think that'll keep the relationship trucking. You got to put that work in. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody watching this, whoever watches it, put some things in the comments like what are some suggestions you have, what maybe has worked for you, what are some things you've
Yeah, we want to
learned.
know.
Yeah, I feel like people don't want to share what they learned. Like, ain't nothing wrong with having multiple different relationships and then coming out,
Yeah,
rethinking and be like, you know what, I wish I would have did this. You don't know what you might say. I mean,
yeah,
that's what this platform is.
yeah,
It's really when we have fun, we just like rocking.
yeah. One thing
But
I want to
we want
add,
to share stuff for folks.
we're either gonna get a number you can text, or we're gonna get a way to communicate in the Dirty Laundry podcast group. And we would like people to put their opinions in, so we can put them at the bottom of the screen, and we can
Yeah.
highlight them. Or we would even have you call in and chime in and join the conversation. That's the goal here with the Dirty Laundry podcast group. That's what we're trying to do. So we appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we catch y'all next time.
Yep. Check us out, y'all.
Yep.
Peace.